Have you noticed the magnetic energy that seems to surround you, pulling others closer without you even trying? It's not just luck or coincidence. It's the quiet confidence radiating from within, a force that speaks louder than words. This energy is born from a deeper connection to your true self, a harmony between your mind, body, and spirit. It's not about superficial charm or fleeting attraction. It's about the authenticity and purpose that you carry, a silent yet powerful reminder to those around you of what it means to live with intention and passion. Tapping into this profound energy will revolutionize how you connect with the world around you, especially with women, and awaken a deeper sense of purpose within. This isn't just about discipline, it's about channeling the raw, unyielding essence of your masculine vitality. By mastering this life force, you unlock a reservoir of strength, clarity, and focus that elevates every aspect of your existence. It's not about holding back, but about redirecting this powerful energy to align with your goals, ignite your passions, and embody the greatness you were destined for. By embracing this practice, you are not simply holding something back, you are cultivating a wellspring of energy that reshapes you from the inside out. Semen retention becomes the foundation for a powerful transformation, forging your body into a temple of resilience and vitality. With each moment of discipline, you fuel the production of testosterone, the driving force behind your physical strength, confidence, and presence. This is not just self-control, it is the art of mastering your biology to unlock your fullest potential. With each passing day, your body evolves, becoming a testament to the energy you've cultivated within. Your muscles grow firmer, your endurance reaches new heights, and your posture exudes unshakable confidence. This transformation isn't merely physical, it's a profound alignment of your inner and outer self. Your body adapts to house the immense force you've harnessed, projecting an aura of strength and purpose that commands attention. You radiate a quiet power, the embodiment of discipline and raw masculine energy, a presence that inspires and draws others in without a word. Mentally and emotionally, you ascend to a higher plane of awareness. Retaining your life force strips away the noise, leaving your mind razor-sharp and focused, capable of cutting through the clutter of daily distractions. Your thoughts solidify with precision, and your emotions stabilize, creating a sense of inner peace and unshakable confidence. You move through the world with an unrelenting sense of direction, grounded in the profound understanding that you hold mastery over the creative power within you, a power that fuels not only life, but also your vision, ambition, and destiny. This newfound clarity doesn't simply sharpen your intellect, it transforms the way you view yourself and your place in the world. Your self-worth becomes untouchable, rooted in the unshakable recognition of your inner strength. No longer do the fleeting judgments or superficial concerns of others hold sway over you. Instead, you stand grounded in your own truth. Emotionally, you evolve into a beacon of composure, a steadfast force that remains unmoved by the turbulence of external chaos. Retaining your life force fortifies your spirit, granting you the power to rise above the distractions and insecurities that ensnare so many, making you a model of confidence and resilience. You transcend the ordinary, becoming a presence that commands respect and admiration without a single word. The energy you cultivate radiates from within, an unstoppable force that others instinctively recognize and are drawn to. This is the essence of true mastery. Semen retention is not simply an act of discipline, but a deliberate forging of power that reshapes your very being. You are no longer confined by limitations. You are a living embodiment of vitality, purpose, and strength, a force of creation and transformation, unyielding and limitless in your potential. As you embark on the practice of semen retention, an almost imperceptible transformation begins to unfold, like the quiet stirring of a dormant force within you. At first, it feels faint, a subtle hum beneath the surface of your being. But with each passing day, this energy grows stronger, more tangible, flowing through you like an unstoppable current. Your vitality becomes undeniable, your movements charged with purpose, and your mere presence begins to carry a weight that commands attention. This silent awakening reshapes you from the inside out, radiating a power that speaks volumes without uttering a single word. This transformation is impossible to ignore. That same colleague, the one who once passed by you with little more than a nod or a fleeting glance, now seems captivated by your presence. It's not something you say or do, it's the energy you exude, an unspoken shift that commands her attention. She finds herself glancing in your direction more often, her curiosity piqued, as if she's trying to unravel the mystery of what's changed. To her, you're no longer just another face in the crowd. You've become an enigma, someone who radiates confidence and intrigue, drawing her in with a silent, magnetic allure. She doesn't understand it, yet she feels it deeply, a magnetic pull that seems to bypass logic and speak directly to something primal within her. It's not something she can name or explain, but it's undeniable. The energy you've cultivated, the quiet power radiating from your core, has begun to ripple outward, touching those around you in ways they can't quite articulate. What she fails to realize, though her instincts have already grasped, is that this connection was set in motion long before her conscious mind caught up. It's as if the force you've harnessed has a language of its own, one that resonates on a level beyond words, drawing her closer with every passing moment. It began as a fleeting vision, a dream that felt more real than reality itself. In it, you stood like a beacon, radiating a strength and vitality that seemed almost otherworldly. The air around you pulsed with an electric energy, drawing her in, leaving her breathless and unable to look away. When she woke, the dream lingered, its impact echoing in her chest like the remnants of a distant storm. She couldn't explain the strange mix of wonder and restlessness it stirred within her, a feeling as though the dream was not merely a figment of her subconscious, but a glimpse into something inevitable, something just on the horizon, waiting to unfold. Her subconscious had already understood what her mind was just beginning to grasp, that something within you had changed, something profound and undeniable. Each time her eyes meet yours, there's a moment, however brief, where the veil lifts, and she sees not just the person she once knew, but the force you've become. It's in the way her gaze lingers a little longer, her demeanor softens, and her curiosity intensifies. The energy you now carry speaks volumes without the need for words, subtly reshaping the space between you. This silent transformation has shifted the unspoken balance, creating a connection that feels both new and deeply familiar, as if it was always meant to happen. Where there was once a void of acknowledgement, there now exists a subtle yet undeniable pull, an invisible thread of intrigue binding the two of you in ways neither can articulate. The shift in your energy is palpable, like a spark igniting the air around you, drawing attention without the need for words or action. People seem to pause, their gaze lingering a little longer, their movements unconsciously aligning with yours. It's as if the world has begun to orbit differently, reshaping itself around the quiet force you've become. What was once unnoticed has now become undeniable, a magnetic presence that commands the room without force, but with the sheer gravity of who you are. The room shifts almost imperceptibly, the usual rhythm of the conversation disrupted in a way no one can quite place. As you speak, your voice steady and deliberate, it carries a weight that seems to ripple through the group. The woman who once commanded the room with her presence now sits quietly, her gaze fixed on you, her usual confidence momentarily eclipsed. It's not intimidation that silences her, but something deeper, a recognition of the calm authority in your tone, the unshakable energy you exude. The others follow suit, their attention naturally drawn to you, as if the very air around you demands stillness. In this moment you realize the power of presence, a force more profound than words or volume, one that requires no effort, only authenticity. The connection is almost tangible, an unspoken pull that draws her closer with every passing moment. Her gaze doesn't waver, as if seeing you in a new light, one she hadn't noticed before. Even the smallest gestures you make seem to captivate her. Your laugh, the way you pause mid-sentence, the quiet confidence in your demeanor. The room fades into the background, its noise and chatter becoming a distant hum, as her focus narrows entirely on you. She mirrors your energy without realizing it, her movements subconsciously aligning with yours. It's not about what you say, it's the way you carry yourself, the unspoken power in your presence that holds her attention in a way she can't quite explain. She's drawn to you in a way she can't quite explain, as if the essence of who you are has been quietly redefined. It's not the words you speak or the stories you tell, it's the magnetic aura you now carry, a silent confidence that commands her attention. The familiarity she once felt is now tinged with a sense of mystery, as though you've become someone entirely new yet deeply recognizable. This transformation isn't loud or overt. It's the quiet strength of self-mastery, the unshakable presence born from your decision to harness and preserve your inner power. Without realizing it, you've become the kind of person who doesn't just enter a room, you shift its energy entirely. The energy you once allowed to slip away now radiates from you with undeniable intensity, focused and deliberate. It's not something you project, it simply is, a quiet power that resonates beyond words. Those around you feel it instinctively, as though drawn by an unseen force they cannot resist. The woman who once held the room's attention now seems compelled to yield, her boldness softening into curiosity, her gaze lingering with a mixture of wonder and intrigue. You've become more than a presence, you're a force, unspoken yet undeniable, reshaping the dynamics of every interaction without a single conscious effort. It's not arrogance, it's gravity, the natural pull of someone who has reclaimed their essence and become whole. There's a spark in the air, an unspoken connection that seems to bypass logic entirely. She doesn't understand why, but something about you feels different, magnetic, almost otherworldly. It's not the way you look or the words you choose, but an energy that seems to flow effortlessly from within you, enveloping everything in its path. It's as though you've tapped into a deeper part of yourself, a calm, grounded power that speaks without sound and moves without effort. She feels it in the way her heart races when you glance her way, in the way her thoughts seem to circle back to you, no matter how hard she tries to focus elsewhere. It's a pull that transcends explanation, as if the very essence of who you are is calling out to something buried deep within her. It's in the way you move, not rushed, not hesitant, but deliberate, as if every action carries purpose. At the gym, the clatter of weights and the hum of machines fade into the background, overshadowed by the quiet intensity you exude. You're not performing, yet every glance seems to find its way to you, drawn by the sheer presence you emanate. It's more than physical, it's the energy of someone entirely in tune with themselves, grounded and unshaken. Each controlled breath, every precise motion, speaks volumes without a single word, creating an unspoken rhythm that commands attention. It's not about being seen, but about the undeniable pull of someone who has mastered their inner world, radiating strength that goes beyond the body. The air feels charged, alive with an energy that wasn't there before. Every movement you make seems amplified, not because it's loud or exaggerated, but because it carries a quiet power that demands attention. The woman across the room, who once blended you into the background of her thoughts, can't seem to look away. Her focus falters, her routine disrupted, as though some invisible thread is pulling her gaze back to you. It's not just the way you move or the sheen of effort glistening on your skin, it's the unspoken confidence, the effortless command of your space, and the undeniable magnetism of someone who has tapped into something deeper. Her thoughts betray her focus, circling around the energy you radiate, leaving her wondering what's changed, or perhaps what she's only now beginning to notice. There's a gravity in the air, an unspoken force that binds her to you in a way she can't fully comprehend. It's not just the way you move, nor the quiet confidence etched in your every gesture. It's something deeper, something intangible. Her thoughts are no longer her own, as if they've surrendered to the pull of your presence. She feels it in her chest, a subtle yet persistent ache, an inexplicable need to be closer, to understand what it is about you that has awakened this unfamiliar longing. It's not your appearance or your voice, but the quiet power of who you are, a presence so grounded, so alive, that it stirs something dormant within her, leaving her captivated in ways she never expected. What draws her in goes beyond the surface, beyond mere attraction. It's the resonance of your presence, the silent hum of energy that seems to ripple through the air around you. It's as if your very essence has expanded, no longer confined to your body, but radiating outward, unseen yet deeply felt. Those who are sensitive to such things can sense it, a quiet brilliance, a force that doesn't demand attention but commands it effortlessly. It's not something she can fully explain, only feel, a warmth, a magnetism that seems to stir something inside her, as if your energy has reached out, bypassing words and thoughts, and touched a part of her she didn't know was waiting to awaken. This goes far beyond anything as simple as physical allure. It's the undeniable pull of your very being, the raw, unfiltered power of your presence that seems to resonate on a frequency she can't ignore. It's not about your physique or even your focus. It's the deep, primal energy radiating from within you, an energy that speaks to something ancient and instinctive. She feels it in her core, as if your essence has awakened a part of her she had forgotten existed. Your aura, now vibrant and overflowing with the vitality of discipline and self-mastery, has transformed you into a living magnet, a force that doesn't just capture her gaze, but stirs her soul in ways she can't quite explain, and she doesn't want to. In this fleeting moment, you transcend the ordinary, becoming the axis around which her thoughts now revolve. The world around her seems to fade, the clatter of weights and hum of conversation dissolving into the background as her focus locks onto you. It's not something she can put into words. Your presence, so commanding yet effortless, has woven itself into the fabric of her awareness. She feels it like a current, a force that pulls her closer, even as she tries to resist. In this instant, she's no longer just observing. She's experiencing something profound, something that shakes the foundations of her routine and leaves her breathless in its wake. The dynamic has changed, almost imperceptibly at first, like a subtle shift in the wind. This time, the power doesn't rest solely in her hands. It flows between you, an unspoken energy that you now command. Her usual poise, so steadfast and unyielding, seems to waver ever so slightly. As she speaks, there's a moment where her words falter, her eyes searching yours as if trying to decipher the source of this newfound balance. It's not that she's lost her confidence, it's that your presence now demands hers to meet it. The conversation feels different, charged with a quiet intensity, and for the first time, it's not her steering the moment. It's the unspoken force between you that now sets the course. See. There's a subtle crack in her armor, a vulnerability she's not used to feeling, and it unsettles her. She tries to regain the upper hand, slipping back into the well-worn habits of control that have always served her. Her words are deliberate, her tone sharp, but they no longer have the same effect. You, grounded in an unshakable calm, meet her attempts with effortless composure. Your energy doesn't waver, it envelops the space between you with a quiet confidence that renders her usual tactics ineffective. It's not a battle of wills anymore, it's the steady force of your presence that holds steady, unyielding, while her own begins to falter. She pauses, caught in a moment that feels both fleeting and eternal, as if time itself has bent to accommodate the weight of the connection. Her breath catches, and her gaze locks with yours, filled with an intensity she doesn't fully understand. It's not just attraction, it's recognition, a deep, unspoken knowing that reaches beyond logic or reason. Her mind races to piece together the fragments of this feeling, but the answers elude her. All she's left with is the undeniable pull, a sense that your paths were always meant to cross, as though the universe itself conspired to bring you to this exact moment. And as the world around her slowly comes back into focus, she finds herself changed, unable to shake the feeling that this encounter was anything but ordinary. Her attempts to steer the moment slip through her fingers like water, unable to find purchase against the quiet storm of your presence. There's a gravity to you now, an unspoken authority that shifts the dynamic entirely. She senses it in the way you hold yourself, in the depth of your gaze that seems to see through her carefully constructed facade. It's not intimidation, it's reverence for something she doesn't yet understand but can't ignore. For the first time, she's no longer the one in control, and instead of resisting, she finds herself drawn to this unfamiliar power. In you, she sees not just a man, but a mystery, an untamed force that awakens something deep within her, something she didn't even know she was searching for. It stirs something ancient within her, a quiet yet undeniable awakening that she can neither suppress nor fully comprehend. The foundation of her confidence trembles, not from fear, but from the weight of something far greater than control, a presence that shifts her perception entirely. She doesn't just see you differently, she feels you differently, as though your energy speaks a language older than words, one that resonates deep in her core. Her attempts to categorize or manage you dissolve, replaced by a growing curiosity and a newfound respect. In your steadiness, she senses not just strength, but a profound authenticity, a force that transcends the games of dominance she once relied upon. And for the first time, she's not just intrigued by you, she's drawn to explore the unknown that you represent. Your presence has shifted from a quiet undercurrent to a commanding force, one that cannot be ignored or dismissed. It's not just the words you speak or the way you carry yourself, it's the intangible gravity of your energy that draws others in, reshaping the space around you. She feels it acutely, this unspoken pull that leaves her both curious and uncertain, as though something deep within her has been awakened. The dynamic has flipped, and now it is your calm authority that dictates the flow, your energy that sets the tone. It's not about dominance, it's about resonance, a deeper connection that transcends words and actions, leaving her to navigate feelings she can't fully articulate. You've become more than a presence. You're a catalyst, stirring emotions that linger long after the conversation ends. You move through the crowd with ease, your steps steady and unhurried, as if the chaos around you bends to your rhythm. The noise and chatter fade into the background, and yet the energy you carry seems to ripple outward, unnoticed but impossible to ignore. Women catch sight of you, their gazes lingering longer than they intend, as though drawn by an invisible thread. It's not just your appearance that holds their attention, it's something deeper, something unspoken, an aura that resonates with their subconscious, stirring a curiosity they can't quite explain. For a moment, the world around them feels slightly altered, as if your presence has shifted the air itself, leaving behind a quiet sense of wonder they'll carry long after you're gone. She pauses, caught in a moment that feels both fleeting and eternal, as if time itself has bent to accommodate the weight of the connection. Her breath catches, and her gaze locks with yours, filled with an intensity she doesn't fully understand. It's not just attraction, it's recognition, a deep, unspoken knowing that reaches beyond logic or reason. Her mind races to piece together the fragments of this feeling, but the answers elude her. All she's left with is the undeniable pull, a sense that your paths were always meant to cross, as though the universe itself conspired to bring you to this exact moment. And as the world around her slowly comes back into focus, she finds herself changed, unable to shake the feeling that this encounter was anything but ordinary. The bond she senses is more than a fleeting moment. It's as though the unseen threads of existence have woven your paths together. What she cannot yet comprehend is that this connection stems from the transformation within you. Through your discipline and mastery of self, you've unlocked an energy that radiates far beyond the physical, touching the realms of the timeless and the unseen. It's a force that calls to something ancient within her, awakening emotions and memories that feel older than her own life. This is not coincidence, but consequence. The consequence of aligning yourself with a higher frequency, one that resonates with the infinite and stirs the unspoken depths in those around you. The energy you've cultivated radiates like an unseen light, a quiet but undeniable force that calls out to the depths of those around you. For her, this moment isn't just a casual crossing of paths, it's a profound awakening, a spark that ignites something dormant within her. She feels it not as a thought, but as a sensation, a pull she can't name but can't ignore. It's as though the cosmos has woven this instant into the fabric of her existence, a fleeting yet eternal reminder of a bond that defies the boundaries of time and space. In your presence, she is not just herself, she is part of something greater, something infinite. And for that brief moment, the world feels impossibly vast, yet intimately connected. Even as she moves on with her life, the memory of that moment remains etched in her mind. Like a fragment of a dream she can't quite piece together. It will surface in quiet moments, a sudden flash of your face, the feeling of something unfinished, something eternal. She may try to rationalize it, to dismiss it as nothing more than a fleeting encounter, but deep down, she knows it was more. The energy you carry isn't bound by the limits of time or reason. It weaves through the unseen threads of existence, touching the lives of those who cross your path. For her, it's not just a memory, it's a question, an ache, a mystery that will remain with her, a reminder of a connection that feels as old as the stars themselves. In that fleeting yet profound moment, you transcend the ordinary, becoming a vessel for something vast and inexplicable, a bridge between the tangible and the unseen. The energy you've cultivated doesn't just enhance the connection, it deepens it, turning even the smallest gestures into something charged with meaning. As you sit across from her, the air between you seems alive, vibrating with an unspoken understanding. It's more than chemistry, it's an alchemy of souls, a merging of energies that elevates the experience beyond the physical. In her eyes, you see a spark of recognition, as if she too senses the depth of what's unfolding, a moment untouched by time, filled with the quiet power of something eternal. The atmosphere between you feels alive, as if the very fabric of reality is bending to the energy you share. Every movement, every word unspoken, carries an almost tangible weight, a gravity that pulls you closer together. Then, as her hand lingers near yours, she hesitates, her eyes searching yours with a mix of wonder and curiosity. It's not just passion she feels. It's a connection that defies explanation, a silent recognition of a depth she's never encountered before. In that pause, the world seems to stand still, and for a fleeting moment, it's as if the universe itself is holding its breath, bearing witness to something timeless and rare. In your embrace, she feels more than just the warmth of your touch. She feels the unwavering foundation of who you are, a presence that carries both serenity and intensity. It's not just your strength she senses, but the quiet power of a man who has mastered his own essence, transforming it into a reservoir of purpose and vitality. Your energy envelops her like an invisible shield, a force that is both protective and inspiring, drawing her closer to something she can't quite name but instinctively trusts. It's a power that transcends the physical, rooted in a deep connection to yourself and the universe. And in that moment, she feels as though she's been granted a glimpse into something sacred and eternal. In your presence, she feels both captivated and humbled, as though standing before a storm, wild, untamed, yet profoundly controlled. There's a magnetic pull she cannot resist, but it's more than mere attraction. It's reverence for the depth and mystery you embody. You are no longer just a person in her eyes. You are an enigma, a manifestation of something timeless and infinite. In that moment, she feels as though she's been granted access to a hidden truth, a glimpse of the divine woven into the fabric of your being, leaving her both grounded and elevated, as if her soul has been awakened to something it had long forgotten.